Playing a role in a dysfunctional family sometimes is blind. Now we're getting into the role of the children. We're going to talk about the family hero. Now, the family hero has a lot of responsibility. The parents have the ability to zone in and condition this child to know that you will follow these rules. This dysfunction will not be revealed. You are going to perform well because you are going to prove to the world that we are good parents. So what happens with the family hero is that they can be a high achiever, a perfectionist. That person likely doesn't even recognize that they're doing it. They've been so brainwashed throughout their life to follow these rules, and that's how they get through it. You know, they just do whatever it is that they're told to do, and they know that they won't get hit or they won't get emotionally abused, and they'll be able to escape it because they're the good child. But being the good child sometimes means that they're going to follow into the lines of dysfunction. If the rule is to abuse, is to isolate, they're going to follow that rule. They're not going to stand up for themselves, and that's going to really create kind of this depression and sadness within them that they may not even recognize.
Welcome back to Stop, Look, and Listen with Samantha.
The family hero is not seen as a threat by the narcissistic parent because they follow the rules. Next, we have the scapegoat. Now, the scapegoat is on to the dysfunction, and the family knows that. They're the ones that stand up and say, are you really going to do this? Or this is wrong. They'll point out to the parent about their addictions or about their abuse, and they'll stand up for themselves. Now, what the family does to control this is they see this person as a problem because they could out the dysfunction. They could stop this really dysfunctional cog from turning. So what they do to control that is they manipulate, they abuse emotionally, physically. If they can't control the words that are coming out of your mouth, they're surely going to do it with a fist. Because the other family sees this, they get a sense of fear, and they're really afraid that that could happen to them too. So they better stay in their roles. And if anybody's going to get the abuse, it's going to be the scapegoat. So they're going to make sure that all the direction, all the anger of the abuser gets pointed towards this one person. The scapegoat, because they know these issues are wrong and they're really having a hard time accepting and playing this role, may even act out as a child. You may see them kind of getting into fights or getting into trouble at school because they really aren't about accepting what's going on. They're really at odds, and abuse is just coming in from all directions within the family. They're super survivors. They're almost like the Terminator, They don't quit. You're like, how many times can this person get kicked and keep getting up? Well, that's how they survived. You see, they've done it their whole life. Next up, you have the lost child. So the lost child is really kind of forgotten. They spend a lot of time in their room. If anything happens, the rest of the family might shield them from it. They also remove themselves from any conflict. So if there's a problem, where's the lost child? They are simply gone. They don't want to talk about the issue because the lost child isolates themselves and kind of takes them out of the picture. They may have a problem communicating because they just didn't get the practice. They didn't get the chance to work out, negotiate, talk about their problems. So they really have a hard time dealing with those emotions. Decide, I'm going to push them down, bottle them up, put them away. I'm going to stay out of this. That's how they survive the abuse. You see, in their mind, that tactic worked, their role worked. They're not seen as a threat within the family because they're quiet. They're just simply not there. So they must be a good kid. Make the parents look like they're good parents, right? Now you have the family mascot. This is the Joker. How they survived the family was to lighten the mood. oh, somebody broke a TV, let me make a joke about it, everybody's gonna laugh. That kind of temporarily puts that band-aid on, diffuses the anger. They may have a tendency into getting into unhealthy relationships in the future where they believe that they're gonna fix this person, that they're consoling them, diffusing the issue is going to make it stop, which temporarily it does, but it never changes the behavior. The abuser never gets a chance to hit rock bottom, therefore keeps it going. I know this was a lot to take in, and you might need some time to really digest it. And I want you to know that none of these things are right, and it causes a lot of pain on behalf of the people that are in it. To understand it better will help you free yourself from that role. I hope that you can subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with your friends.